for Danny Wyatt to reconsider his resolution on VISTA of Tennessee. That was my complaint originally, okay? And it's not VISTA of Tennessee, there's a process error here. I spent quite a bit of time with the Department of Revenue on the phone. They do not enforce, Barbara at the Department of Revenue says, we do not enforce city business permits. That is strictly a local function. However, we collect the taxes. So the state doesn't handle local business licenses. What happens if it's a corporation which, like say VISTA of Tennessee, or any other corporation, I'm just using them as an example. As soon as they incorporate, that puts them on the radar scope, Danny, of the Department of Revenue. That corporation is then sent a form to fill out, where they classify the business as the corporation as tax exempt or not tax exempt. And I am not sure if I had a discussion with Sally. Nice discussion with her. She informed me of a lot of things that, and I'm not sure if they get regular reports from the Department of Revenue like that, or just the business gets it. The other thing is the long-standing in government, unless it's written, it didn't happen. And according to Ms. Oglesby, the last email y'all got, they had to have a business license, hasn't changed. The Department of Revenue has never officially ruled as far as the city's concerned. And it might be prudent to document things a little better next time, because leave it in the Department of, I'll quote, we let the Tennessee Department of Revenue handle this matter. They don't handle the matter. The city handles it. And some of the things like personal property taxes I disagree with. I bought it, I owned it. I shouldn't have to pay, so I sympathize with Councilman Wyatt for some of these circumstances. But process is process, guys. And if there's an error in it, I think the city should be discussed and the motion or resolution be revised to comply with the state Tennessee. I don't know if it's a TCA or I don't know if it's rules and regulations. I don't have to. I'm bringing kind of a point of personal privilege because this is my complaint. I found the company. I took it to Councilman Souza and asked him to find out, because according to the city charter, they have each one of you has a right of inquiry. And that's about all I have to say, folks.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Frank's question, if I could, Mr. Frank.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll answer questions.
Are you a city resident?
It does not make any difference.
I just wondered if you...
No, I am not.
You're not?
If I find something in a law, I do have a registered political action committee.
You care to tell us where you live?
Yeah, it's out the Never Fail Road.
Who owns that property?
I don't care to disclose that.
Do you feel like everybody should have a business license that's in business in the city or county?
I figure that the law should be, and the rules and the regulations should be enforced. Just like a building permit. Personally, I am with, for the county, personally, I go with, you know, some of the commissioners up there. I don't, you know, why should we have a building permit? They still feel that way. That's my personal opinion.
I agree with you. Everybody that conducts business should have a business license.
Right. The rules say that. And however, yeah, you know, it's not done. Let's face it. The way the law is written, the way the rules are written, there's 500 different exemptions. But for a corporation, the documentation should be made before let the Department of Revenue handle it, Danny, because it's just,
Corporation's no different than a partnership. Anybody in business needs a business license.
yeah, that's,
Exactly, I agree with that.
except they're exempt class.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm saying is, the rules are violated.
Been reported to the Department of Revenue.
They say they do have no jurisdiction on business licenses. They collect taxes only. Now, you might want to check that out. They do not handle local business
I think Ms.
licenses.
Sally's on top of that.
And
Discussing
Paul,
that just in the financial meeting earlier today.
yeah, and Paul Bailey is looking into the matter too.
May I address the
Yes, sir.
chair?
Yes.
Okay, this was an innuendo towards me by my colleague here, that I didn't have a business license. So I'm just going to clear everything up, because I'm tired of the lies. I've never run a business out of my home. In 1991, when I went out and I got my electrical license, which I registered at a farm where I lived, I came into the courthouse and I asked them if I needed a license. They sent me across the street. They said, no, they didn't think so. They sent me across the street where I asked them if I needed a license. And they said, what do you have? I said, a pickup and some tools. And they said, are you full-time? I said, no, it's part-time. They said, we don't want to fool with you, this. And now they want to make it out that I'm a crook. I'm tired of the lies. I did what I thought was right. For 20 years I operated in this town and nobody asked me for a license. Now, for political reasons, they want to hammer me. If you've got a grievance, then put an ethics violation out there. I'm finished with this.
Do I hear a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Have a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a second? I'll second it. Meeting adjourned.